I feel like a dick for making this a cliffhanger, but here you go. Just like that. Exactly like that. I swear I had no idea these two even do whatever it is that they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear everything. Oh, wow, look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion somebody left on a chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it! Come on, a little privacy, please! Dwight is panting and Claudette has a crazed look in her eye. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here, and that I could hear you. Well, you know. You know what? What do you think we're doing? You were doing... I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like, fun. You think two people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping that if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe that the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from, and I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Doesn't make sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him? You don't have to laugh that hard. They get it. If my life is a nightmare and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. I know that all of our entry wounds and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, Kath. You're going to need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. Cragbity. Shut up, I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, you're heading out to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far, today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving a true centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up the sun in a heated pool. Today you're on a date with you. Oh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tipped like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all, it's... Trickster. Hey babe. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. Why were you having breakfast with us? You weren't supposed to be there. You tried to poison me. What's that about? Some forced kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy, kinda lazy. Whatever, their breakfast is done. No one should eat at noon, before or after 4 p.m. He confirmed he eats one meal. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You see my abs, by the way? Maybe you can see them later at my private stage over on the other island, you know. IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. If you play your cards right, I could give you a private show. Yeah, he doesn't look threatening at all. He doesn't look like he's about to murder me. Catch you around. His abs aren't pretty amazing, you gotta give him that. And the blow-up bat, threatening but adorable, makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything, and we're not best friends just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking. It's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that that guy is gone, and we've got some ground rules established, we're definitely going to abide by. It is time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. Oh, it's Wraith. That checks out. You've gotten pretty cozy. Hi, sorry if this is, too forward, but, do you want to get out of here? I know a place that's kind of, well, it's hard to explain. It's actually kind of weird. You know what? If you just want to go somewhere else, I totally understand. Let me know. You've been around Wraith long enough to realize that he's rambling speech was actually being incredibly brave and asking you out. But before you can decide if you want to go off with Raven Hunters interjects, hey, I just wanted to give you a chance to head out with me to a cute beach house instead of wherever this guy is going to take you. He'll probably read you some poetry and force you to learn about Pedrov's chest defense. If you want to learn about some other Russian moves, I got you covered. Does she mean talking about the traditional Russian folk dance? You all have your minds in the gutter. And if I'm honest, I love it. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly before you can go on another, because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked into pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's It's always good to remember that they are all cold-blooded killers, but you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, and then you die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island's really got me tilted. Who will it be? So the thing is, I love Huntress, but I already know what her date is, so and obviously I'm going for him, I'm sorry. Wraith? Yes? I picked you. Sorry, I stopped paying attention and I thought I was hallucinating, and now, really? Yes, really. Cool! Get so excited. Here's my island hangout. It's what I call the cosmic dump. I know, it's one of those first draft, gotta change these later names, it just kinda sticks. Dump is being kind. It's a massive collection of seemingly ancient ruins that simultaneously appear to have been recently abandoned. And a little beat up. There are some stone obelisks, saint carvings, ritual tables, and is that a car? It's pretty weird. I have a collection of things from different, I don't know, places. You look around in awe, and then look at Wraith, expecting more of an explanation. There's a long, awkward pause. I'm gonna break the silence. So what's your... Okay. Just as you decide to talk, Wraith also worked up the courage to say something. How adorably awkward. You both stop talking, wait a second, and then start up again at the same time. This is hard to watch. The next thing you know, you're both nervously laughing at how awkward this is. Wraith finally makes eye contact with you, and after what seems like an eternity, Wraith finally manages to say an entire sentence. So do you mean, what brings you to the island? I have no idea. How the fuck am I supposed to know? An honest answer, Wraith lights up, the most excited you've seen him. Me either. And that's all he's got for you. This guy is a hard nut to crack. Wraith looks at you with his sad puppy dog eyes, searching for something to say, nothing to talk about. He clears his throat. So do you remember my bell? I showed it to you yesterday. Of course. Wraith pulls it out. Oh my god, he pulls what out? The bell! I was called out. Oh no. Well, I just think it's really nice you picked me to hang out with. And, Wraith gives it to you. He gives you the bell, I know! Listen, you can't talk like that. Oh, he gives you the bell, get your mind out of the gutter. I'm trying! It's hard. Get it. Okay. I want you to have it. Please take care of it. You know how much it means to me. I promise I'll take such good care of it. It's the sweetest gift. Ray smiles, but even when smiling, his eyes seem sad. You smile back, knowing what a gift he's just given you. I mean, it's kind of shitty because you can't really do anything with it, but it means a lot. Not to you, though, to someone else. Still, cool gift. You both search for something to say, anything to talk about. During the awkward silence, you look around the dump and spot some kind of ritual table, stained with blood and littered with various bottles. Nearby looks like some dangerous potions. What was this ancient called up to? Ooh! Looking to shake up this date? Is this a date? Yikes. Anyways, looking to shake it up, you approach the potions and pick up the fanciest one. So what will we do next? Pour out those potions, mix those potions straight up. Obviously I'm gonna mix them. I am curious as fuck. You take the potions and start mixing them. Wraith would probably like a science lesson, right? Your new mixer starts to smoke. As Wraith's eyes go wild, the glass explodes, taking out the other bottles as a domino effect of highly poisonous liquid and trying to shat metal. Wraith runs in front of you and shields you from the explosion. Wow, you certainly know how to make sparks fly. Wow, Wraith with a double entendre. Kinda lame, but I'll take it. Wraith nervously smiles. He's endearingly awkward. So I guess, tell me about your family? I remember my parents. They were always fighting. No, they weren't. Don't lie. Their sigh is one of those long Wraith sighs. At least your parents were around. Oh no! I'd give anything to have more to spend more time with mine, even if they were fighting. Aww. The sexual tension in the air is palpable, and maybe it's just regular tension. Hard to tell with this guy. You look around for anything to distract you. What's this table for? You look at the ritual table. It's beaten up with a giant hole in it. You look back at Wraith. Smile. You smell at Wraith. Know any rituals we could do on this table? You wink. Nice touch. Wraith blushes and stammers and looks away, smiling. Nice. Yes, narrators can narrate using emojis. Wraith looks intently at the table. What is he thinking about? Probably something deep and philosophical, intense, sad about something inherent nothingness. Want to play cornhole? What? The hole in the table makes a great target. Here, we can use these skulls I found laying around. Well, this is definitely a more fun date activity. It's easy, just stand back and, toss them into the hole. Don't worry if you miss. There's lots of skulls around. Toss that little skull. Let's go. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Oh my god, please not more. No! Nope, don't worry, nobody wins everything all the time. Winning any time is actually pretty cool, thank you. I've played this hundreds of times and never gotten them all. I'm just glad to have someone else to play with. You feel like you're finally warming up with Wraith, so you unleash the big guns. So, you want to play Truth or Dare? Wraith looks mortified, but tries to keep it together. Maybe this is progress. I guess so, but only if I can ask first. Deal. Truth or Dare? I'd like Truth. How about a Truth? If you were a plant, what kind of plant would you be? I like that. Great question. I want to be a cactus. A true survivor. Prickly on the outside, warmer on the inside. You can be... How am I a kiss ass? I actually like that question, by the way. I actually think that's a great question. Oh well, whatever. Prickly on the outside, but warm on the inside. You can be alone and thrive in any climate. Damn, that's a good answer. Okay, Dare. Show me something. Show me something you never show anyone else. You're about to see something many other people have seen. Wraith looking incredibly uncomfortable. I'm sorry. That's too vague. I wanted it to be vague. I didn't want him to take his shirt off. That's sexual. It's just Truth or Dare makes me feel thank you for being patient with me. I need to try to be more open. He clears his throat. In what way a lazy writer would make him do if they want to signify something important, different was coming up. Let's see if we were right. Do you have my bill? I want to show you something. Ooh, we were right. Take a drink. Is this not a drinking game? Damn, missed opportunity. Of course I have it. You reached for it, but it's gone. What? Wraith furrows his brow. I swear I had it. I don't know what could have happened. We need to find it for... But Claudette and Dwight burst in and interrupt. It seems like they have a very dramatic announcement. We have a very dramatic announcement. See, I told you so. But it needs to take place at the beach. You arrive at the beach, but something feels off. You can't quite put your finger on it, but you feel uneasy and cold. Here's why. Spirit appears, as if from out of nowhere. Hey, Kathy, bet you didn't expect this hot piece of sass. What if goth girlfriends can make silly, sexy puns from time to time? Dwight and Claudette scram. Yeah, I used these two simpletons to dupe you. You're easy to dupe. Maybe because deep down you want to be duped. Nah. There's no way Wraith can be keeping you happy. Oh, okay. Spirit's usual disaffected nature has given way to some combination of disgust and desperation. And it's kind of working. Wraith's a fake. He's not even a real ghost. He only pretends he doesn't want people to care about him. But really that's all he wants. He wants it more than anything. Yeah, that's what we all do. Don't act like he's a dick for that. Can you imagine wanting something? So cringe. Okay. I bet he won't even tell you his theory about the island. What a fake. He deserves to be with someone real. Oh yeah? A ghost. Someone who really doesn't give a shit. Someone who really doesn't care if you say yes or no to me. Oh really? That's good. That's good. You're a hypocrite. If you really don't care, why did you go through all the trouble to win me over? You storm off back to Ray. As you walk, Spirit mutters something under her breath. Knowing her, it's almost certainly about revenge. Yeah, if she doesn't care about me rejecting her, does she? You come back. No one ever... you came back. No one ever comes back. Ray just shook, all those tears welling up in his eyes. You can't tell because he looks away. There's a sniffle and he looks back at you. I want to show you something. Aw. You follow Wraith into a corner of the ruins that you haven't seen. He brushes aside some of the dead leaves and branches, revealing a hatch in the ground. Want to do the honors? Yes! Oh. You open the hatch with some effort. Wraith gave me hatch. You open the hatch with some effort and lower yourself into a long tunnel, grabbing onto a rusty ladder, beginning your descent. Be careful! Descend into a spooky, dimly lit room. It looks like an ancient ritual chamber with torches, tapestries, and grave skulls and animal remains. On one end is a set of intricately carved locks and cuff mechanisms. On the wall, a torture area. But on the other side, ooh, this is the same symbol from the coins. On the other side is a table with potions, books, and maps. I want to look at the map. You unfold one of the larger rolled up pieces of canvas, revealing a detailed map of the island. It's all here: Trapper's Cave, Spirit Slides of Hunter's Cabin, all the common areas, even a pea island up in the corner with little hearts drawn around it. Ooh, why would somebody draw little hearts around it? That must have been Trickster. I figured out the layout of the entire island. I need to know what it is I'm trying to escape from. Look at the book, yeah. You pick one of the larger leather books, bound books, and Wraith walks over, opening to a specific page. You see incantations, symbols, and a drawing of somebody chained to a wall. Ooh, kinky. A different language you can't read except for the words Cult of the Black Veil. Conveniently, those words aren't exactly in the language you can read. From everything I've found, these are the ruins of an ancient cult. They seem to be devoted to some kind of ancient evil. Okay. I think they used this island, or maybe the person they worshipped did. I think they used this ritual to travel to and from the island. Ooh. I think they sacrificed people in this torture wall in order to open some portal out of here. Oh! You walk over to the wall and examine the chains and locks. It looks like some kind of torture wall. Oh, wow, that happened to people here. Did they keep prisoners? It looks like they were tortured. But from what I've been able to dig up, it was something more ritualistic, serving a larger purpose. I have a reason to believe those prisoners weren't alive for long. Do you think the cult of the Black Veil is still around? Are we in danger? I don't know, maybe, but I have a plan. All we need... And right as you're finally about to get some of that sweet, sweet information you've been lusting after, Claudette and Dwight pop in again. This time they swear it's for a good reason. I promise we're not being manipulated this time. Honest. It's time for dinner, you silly gooses. Come get food. Wait, for the last time. The plural of goose is geese. Sorry, I keep forgetting. Yeah, I was wondering that. When I read it out, I was like, is that really the... What a fun day you've been having, and I can see it written all over your face. You're shining, and it's not just some of the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. No, you are feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough of gentle fibbing. It's time to get back to business, and all the, appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Wraith is here, too. And we're not going to do the gag where we cram all of them onto the screen at the same time again, so just believe me, they're all here, and they are just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone's being careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm surprised that you are. These four are falling for you, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. By the way, we should probably save. However, since Trapper seems like the biggest longshot to end up holding your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least left killer in Murder's Island, but hey, letting them have this moment on the spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows they won't get any better than that. If I'm dining solo, I'm eating what I want, and you're all eating it too. Lamb shanks, your salt, pepper, no sauce allowed, and serve it with one single piece of broccoli so Wraith won't complain. I like broccoli. It gives me horrible gas. Oh, I don't like that. Buddy, wait till you smell what rare limb does to my bowels. It's awesome. Ugh. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You've had an interesting day for sure. How will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little and it could affect your standing with the group. Okay, just don't sit here and say nothing. Nothing is not an option. get excited about the hatch, say you had a great time. I think we should keep this to ourselves, so I'm just gonna say I had a great time. Yeah. It was a blast. We had a great time and played cornhole. I won't tell you who won, but we both did in a way. Everyone rolls their eyes. Talk about sexy. Not really. If you're gonna tell us a story, tell about something sexy instead of whatever that was. Ray smiles. You're strangely good at getting him to do that. So that makes me kind of happy. Leave me alone. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now. They're all very tired. Oh wait, sorry, that's a dreary supernatural horror thriller setting in Antarctica. Not a charming parody on a dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. Bony appetite. Don't you mean bun? No, almost everything we serve has a lot of bones in it, even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. Everyone finishes. Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? I want to thank them because they're very sweet. Your top-notch service is much appreciated. Everyone, if you would be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit, we greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen, something that will change everything. You can go willingly or unwillingly. You have no choice, Tough Cookies. Did you have a choice on how you said that, Dweeb? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did it. Good, something has changed around here. Fire's rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes, and I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes, because of my childhood trauma involving fire. And finally, everyone starts moving towards the fire pit, if only to get away from Wraith's complaining. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin. Wait for the other killers to take their places, wondering who will want to tell a story this time. Will the narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? That doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here. So nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh, cool. And now everyone's looking at you. So, do something. Should I pick somebody to tell a story, or should we play charades? I boggle? Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points his spine and skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of its way. Who knows what that thing can do? Probably shoots lasers. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire, if it's just your nerves heating up. I know that fire is right there, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not there. It doesn't, threaten to burn us alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. Cassie was about to make... Cassie? I just said Cassie. Kathy was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. I'm gonna tell a story. I hope it's a mystery. So what kind of story do you want to tell? I want to tell adventure. Alright. You like your Dwayne The Rock Johnson movies. How about some adventure? Now we're talking. It's not my favorite, but I respect your choice and will nod politely. You don't have to say that, Wraith. Just nod politely. Okay, ready? Here it goes. I really like to go fishing. Solid hobby, great foundation of story for sure. You pause. Everyone is waiting with bated breath, no pun intended. Oh wait, that's it? Not much of a story. My poem was better than that story. You sure that's all you... I was kidding. What kind of story you want to tell? I want to tell a personal story. I'm going to get a little personal, if that's okay. It's a bit of a love story. Oh, no. It's about two strong hunters who meet when they both try to bludgeon the same Willy Wolverine. What the fuck? Or about a deranged killer who makes the only woman who ever believed in him witness a display of shocking violence. Ha! Not quite. It's all about my parents. They met at a party in college. He was hosting and she'd been dragged there by some friends. Oh. They couldn't be more different, and yet as the night went on, they were drawn to each other. She made fun of his taste in music, and he took an interest in her major, women's studies. They were married within 2 months. Bit too soon, if you can trust someone, don't you think? It's so sweet. Exactly. I learned a lot about finding love from them. If you know, you know. Some people don't need years to get acquainted with someone. Love could spark from across the campfire. Now you've got their attention. Each killer is furiously attempting to catch your eye from across the fire pit. Quite alarming, actually. Except for Trickster, who has headphones and is loudly playing his own music to drown you out. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, this narrator keeps it real. We just can't end here. Who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. I mean, I know her second story, but it was also just like... Actually, the second stories were really interesting. I want to hear from him, fuck it. He doesn't like it when you choose him, I think. I could tell you one about Mami Wata, a beautiful African sea goddess who would lure men in with sex and then reveal her true form as a half-woman. Long story short, it usually ended badly for the men, which is the end of the story, I guess. Oh my god. There's that one about the mysterious cold that would demand a human sacrifice too. No, that's not good. You don't want to hear Bun. There's the living tree. Its branches were more like tentacles, and it oozed a strange liquid from its bark. One time, a girl I knew drank the liquid. She disappeared that night, but a week later, the new tree appeared, and had a very familiar-looking face etched into the bark. No, that's a very, very bad story. That could never happen. What? One time I was doing my maths and I mixed up the quadratic equation with a okay, I can't pronounce this, bro. Just for a second in my mind, I guess I was tired, but wow, that was really scary. I want to hear more about the half-fish lady, particularly the fish part. It's not just you, Kathy. Half the time I have no idea what the hell Trapper is talking about either. When you're hot and rich and extremely scary, you start to think people will just accept whatever you say. That was story time. A lot of the people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think a very good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm more of a fan of episodic time. I regret asking Wraith, I'm not gonna lie to you. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off of individual installments, and builds a greater sense of community between the audience and the creator. Tell me, Kathy, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We actually don't care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of romantic Twilight moment. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut up your yap trap. You know that we need to get back to that thing whenever we're not on screen. Okay, you have fun tonight, and try not to wink wink, end up dead. Why did you say the words wink wink out loud, and what kind of double entendre are you trying to get at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically capable of winking, not since the accident, and you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Except for Spirit. She doesn't really belong here. She's strictly a victim and not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear somebody trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we take this to the hot tub and I can soak this bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes? Why does he sound like a killer drag queen? Please, enough talk of burns. And things that are lit or getting blazed is enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Why must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran as far away from this place as we could, just you and me? On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you got too far. If it's just running away to someplace more secluded Kathy's after, they should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed really affects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice and completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other, creating drama? I'm so over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all of your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. Ugh. It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn on anyone else, or is it just me? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. And because of that, we're going to save real quick. I don't know. Just pick one of us and maybe we could all move on with our lives, or, you know, some special projects we might have going on. You heard him. Who will it be? Who will you head off with into an evening activity? I'm just saying, you may not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murder Island ends. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either. It's this streaming reality TV dating show Boom happened, and it's pretty much all that wasn't taken. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding the trickster because, ugh, that guy.